All right, so in this video, I'm doing a kitchen remodel for a friend of mine. And so he bought this house and totally gutted the house out. And he chose me to remodel his kitchen for him. And this is only the second time I've ever done any type of kitchen cabinets or whatnot. So I'm looking forward to doing this, and at the same time, a little on the nervous side, feeling a little anxious. So right now I'm just bringing in the plywood. I felt at first it would be better to build the cabinets on site. I was just using my straight edge saw, and I gotta admit, it's a little more difficult doing it like this than being at home using a table saw or whatnot. But I did start off doing it inside his home, and this is the kitchen area over here. And so I'm going to begin with breaking down the plywood. The bottom cabinets are usually 34 inches high, 34 and a half inches high. And once you put the top on, it'll be 36 inches. And I'm doing them at 23¼ inches, because once you get the face frame on there, it will be a total of 24 inches. So once again, breaking down the plywood. And not only was it more difficult breaking this stuff down with the straight edge saw, but as you can see, it was pretty difficult on my knees as well, being on this concrete. And I am cutting in the toe kick here using the jigsaw. And I'm going to use pocket holes and glue to build the carcasses of the cabinets. So I'm going to apply the glue on the edge here. And normally you'd want these pocket holes to be on the other side, because there would be a little more meat that is grabbing out per se as it grabbing into the wood. But in this instance, I feel like with all the other supports, it's going to be plenty, along with the glue, of course. And now I'm breaking down some more. This is going to be the bottom of this particular carcass. And I believe I need to cut off like a 3/4 of an inch off this end right here. Using my square to make sure I get a 90-degree cut. And once again, I'm going to put some pocket holes. Just make sure it's all lined up. Gonna add some glue to it. And getting the bottom of it lined up with the toe kick down there. And later on, you're going to see that I actually put some support on the other carcasses I make. I just forgot to do it on this one, but it's more support, and then it also makes it easier putting in that that bottom shelf. And once again, just using my square there to make sure that it's straight up and down at 90 degrees. Then I'm just going to kind of wipe off some of that excess glue that squeezed out. And now I'm cutting in the second shelf. I don't remember the exact measurement of the shelf. Might have been 11, 12 inches or whatnot. Just gives you some extra room so you can stack some pots and pans inside this cabinet. And this is actually going to be a corner piece, so I'm making the other part of the corner piece and putting in the bottom shelf. And as you can see, I haven't yet remembered to put those little supports down at the bottom to make this an easier process. Like I said, doing this on site with limited tools, it is a little bit tougher than being at home and having everything available to you. But I was able to get it done, so that's all that counts. Get that glue squeeze out off. And now, like at this point, I made the decision to go ahead and come home into the home shop and start making these cabinets. Man, this is just way easier, and everything went a lot faster, obviously. And here I am just cutting down the plywood, again 34.5 inches, and you can see that I had a little piece of plywood right there on my fence. That was more or less so I wasn't just butted right up against the fence and in between the blade, what could have caused some kickback there. So I had it set back behind the blade, and this way whenever it went through the blade, the offcut in the fence, there was about a good 3/4 of an inch. So kind of eliminated the need, or eliminated any chance of there being any kickback. And here I'm just cutting down some 4-inch pieces that are going to be supports for the top and then also the toe kicks. And 2 of these pieces are getting cut down. One of them I'm putting aside for the toe kick. I set up my stop block here so I can do the same cut with the other piece without having to really measure. and more pocket holes. That is definitely a theme in this build, is lots of pocket holes. And as you see, this time I did put those supports down at the bottom, and all you gotta do is just slide the bottom piece down on top of it. And as you can also see, I'm using some screw clamps as some extra hands there to hold those sides up while I glue, and then use my nail gun here to tap them down in place. Then I'm gonna use my nail gun again to put these cross support beams and lock them in place so I can put this pocket hole screws in. I mean, as y'all all know, when you use the pocket hole screws, even when you got it in clamps, it has a tendency to kind of move a little bit. So I like to use the nail gun there to pretty much put it where I want it to be at, so I can then come back and pocket screw it. There's still some slight movement whenever you do it like that, but it's workable. Come around to the back, put the back support on. Doing the same thing with the nail gun here. Do the other side. And now I'm going to glue the toe kick on. And I've still got to come back and put the back piece of plywood on this one right here. But I've got to get to the store first to get some. And other than that, without the face frames, doors, drawers and stuff, that'll all come later. And this is me. I lost the footage on this, so I had to just give you pictures of me making another corner cabinet. It's all coming along pretty good. Part 2, I'm gonna show you I'm gonna be making the upper cabinets, putting the face frames on, and then the last video will probably be drawers and doors. So I appreciate y'all watching, and if y'all don't mind, share, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like always, I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for part 2.